Today is launch day for the book Never Give Up Stories of Perseverance. And we are here today interviewing the authors of this book. We're so excited about this. What have you done in your life that you've persisted at? You've had that never give up attitude. We have all these stories inside this book. And we have Cindy Taylor here, who is one of the authors in the book. Cindy, welcome. It's so
Hi.
excited to have you here. So why don't you just start? We'll just introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about who you are and what you do.
Sounds great. Well, first off, thank you so much for being here. It seems a little bit of a dream come true to actually see entrepreneur and author beneath my name. It's really an exciting journey. It has been. I'm in a transition from the corporate world, currently working as in corporate management, but my passion is writing and inspiring others to live their best life. So that really was the start of what inspired me to jump in on this awesome collaboration that I was invited to.
So being an entrepreneur, how has that worked? I mean, what do you do as that?
Yeah, so as of right now, I am actually a motherhood mentorship coach and trying to help mothers that are in the busy lifestyle right now with trying to balance a career and figure out how to fit their passion and their purpose into their lifestyle while being a present and conscious mother at the same time. So I am a coach as addition to I'm creating some e-programs so that busy moms can just hop online and still achieve their dreams when the kids are at bed at night or before they wake up. And then just on the side, I love to write and inspire others to, again, just live their best lives.
And that's so needed today, right? With the moms. And I think moms are just so spread thin,
Yes.
trying to, and that was something that I struggled with for a long time was, taking care of me while taking care of the kids and taking care of
Yes.
the house and and I think as women, we just I it just get so overwhelming.
You
So
are.
how do
Yeah.
you deal with that with someone?
So really what I have done in my own life is been able to figure out really over the course of a decade, because I have an 11 and an 8-year-old daughter now. And it's taken some time. I've always worked in a very busy professional atmosphere where it's taken a lot of time away from the home. And so I had no choice but to figure out how to work smarter and faster rather than burning out. And so I burnt out for a long time until I was able to discover there are actually ways that you can become more confident so that people are engaged in your household and you're not doing everything. Because I think sometimes as mothers, we tend to want to do it all. So I've become really great at delegating chores to my little ones and my husband and figuring out systems. We all know when to be, where to be through a centralized calendar system. And so the program that I've created is really to just help be a coach to guide mothers, first of all, to know that they're not alone, because in the motherhood journey, it can be very lonely in that we don't want to complain about this beautiful gift that we've been given. At the same time, sometimes we're drowning and it's hard to admit that. Can't complain to our girlfriends because they're in the same boat. Can't complain to our husbands because they're working 10-hour days. So really mothers need support, and I want to be able to help support people through mothers through providing resources and just community as well.
Yeah, I love that you have the e programs you said and the courses and then the coaching and it's so great to have like that
Yes.
diversity in your offerings. And now you have a book. So tell me, why did you decide to write a chapter in this book, Never
Yes.
Give Up? What about that title intrigued you?
Well, to be honest, I actually wrote a book about 4 years ago and actually finally pushed the button, got it published. And the moment it was actually had said to go live at the publishers, I pulled out and I said, this is way too scary. I'm not ready to share my story. And it was too big. It was I wasn't ready yet at that time. So I guess you could say I chickened out, I pulled back, and it's been sitting on the shelf ever since, so to speak. And then I had a friend who I was in a coaching program with, Kimberly Adams, who I will be forever grateful, shared this opportunity with me. And I thought to myself, wow, there's these other women and people in general sharing stories about perseverance. That's exactly what my story was about, is surviving and thriving after divorce. And so I thought this would be a perfect time for me to share just a short snippet of my story and sort of take the training wheels off and get past my fear. And I did just that.
That's awesome. That's so great. So has this bitten the bug, so to speak? Have you thinking about maybe taking that book off the shelf and doing
Yes.
something with it?
That book and four others. I have pages and pages of notes that now I said you've ignited something within me that I just want to keep writing, and you've made it so easy to do so. I think in the past it's really fear around. It just becomes overwhelming, and this whole process was so simple. I didn't even have to really think about it, and so I'm definitely coming back for more.
And that's what I love. I love about being part of a collaboration book, because you can just tell that small little part of your story
Yes.
and get it out there. And now you have this book that you can hand out to
Yes.
your friends and your family and your the people that you coach. So
Yes.
this is our book, Never Give Up. We're reminding people to head on over to actiontakerspublishing.com/never, pick up your copy, and look for free gifts while you're over there from the authors. There'll be little flags over there from whatever country you're in. Go over to Amazon and pick up your copy. Um, so Cindy, your chapter title is My Journey Back Home. And so why don't you just share a little bit about what you wrote without giving too much away?
I would love to. So essentially, I moved to California in my first marriage into San Diego and stayed there for about 8 years. After that 8 year journey, so I'd always been from Wisconsin prior to that. And then after 8 years of the military contract, we decided to move home. Ironically, my ex husband and I moved into the home that I grew up in. And it just happened to work out. My parents were renting it, and it was a perfect opportunity. Well, fast forward, as I heard the words of wanting to have him wanting to get a divorce, I fell to my knees in my home that I grew up in. And so fast forward, I moved out of that home, started a new chapter, moved into the city, started fresh, and kind of never wanted to look back home. You never want to go back to where you grew up, right? After going through something like that. And so, as luck or fate may have it, several years after that, I met my current husband, and he lived 3 miles from where I grew up in that same home. And so I ended up getting married, remarried, and today we are actually building and renovating that very home. So the chapter title came from not only the physical journey of me going back home, but finding myself throughout that 20-year journey too. I thought it just perfectly illustrated how my journey took me from, 19 years old, pulling out of that driveway, out of my home, youth, turning that page into 8 years, coming back, falling on my knees in the worst day of my life, to now raising my children with my current husband. It's been a great journey. So I thought if I could help share inspiration through my stories, I could give other people hope.
That's awesome. So you have two daughters, 11 and 8. What
Yes.
do they think about your book? Are they?
They're it's a little surreal for them. They didn't quite understand when they saw my name on the back. Is that really you, mommy? And my husband said, "Wow, you're going places." So it was very cool when the Amazon package came and we were able to take them out of the package. And my youngest daughter read my chapter, the first page, and she said, "That's really neat."
Oh, that's so cool. That's so cool. And it's so nice to have the support from your family
Yes.
um, when when you have it, when you have it there.
Yeah.
Um, so we're gonna start just to wrap up. So what do you want the readers and the to take away from reading your chapter and from reading this book?
Yeah, I think really the message I want people to understand is that there are always going to be rocky times in life. And I think that if we know that we have to go through the trenches to get to, the rainbow on the other side, is that if we really do just find the support and accept the pain that we're going through, not hide it, because sometimes can cover it up, but just inspire others that if there's hope, there can be beauty at the end, and that there is a happily ever after. But I think just staying positive and believing and having faith and knowing that everything is going to work out perfectly in the end if we just believe. It can help get through those really rough days, because I know I would have loved to read a book like this on those days that I fell to my knees.
Yeah, yeah. So if there's a woman out there or a mom, who's struggling or wants to connect with you, what's the best way for them to connect with you? And when they go over there, what do they find?
Yeah, so they can visit me at my motherhood blog it's just my name, cindymtaylor.com. They can find coaching sessions with me to just connect with me via email. They can book some free time on my calendar link, and they can also sign up for my free course or some of my free products, or my launch for Becoming Boss Mom is well on there as well.
Oh, so why don't you tell us just a quick about your Becoming a Boss
Yep.
Mom?
My Boss Mom program it's an e-course, 21 days, designed to help moms get solutions quick, because nobody has time. So they can watch and download every single day for 21 days to form habits that can turn their house from chaos to calm, and from burnout to bliss.
Love it. Everyone, we're talking to Cindy Taylor. Head on over to actiontakers.com/never. Pick up your copy of the book, Never Give Up. We're excited to launch it today, and be sure to pick up your copy. Thank you, Cindy, so much for being part of this book and for sharing your story.
Thank you so much. I'm forever grateful for you and the opportunity.
Hi, I'm Debbie Allen, and I just had an amazing opportunity working with Linda. She really knows publishing, and this is a big thing coming from me, because I've written now 10 books. She helped me with my 10th book. I've been working with major publishers and had all kinds of amazing opportunities, but I wanted to get this book done fast, and I wanted to work with somebody that could publish it for me, do a hybrid publishing. And I just thought, okay, I'll take a chance on Linda, let's get it done. And she walked me through this process so easily. It was such a joy. And here is the big deal. I have been a professional expert in marketing and books for over 20 years, and I learned a lot from Linda. She gave me some great marketing ideas I never even thought of. My book was timely. In fact, it was a month early, and we even made Amazon bestseller before our launch. I can't tell you that she's just an amazing person to work with. She follows up. She gives you more than that you expect you're going to get, and you will get a really high quality product, and you'll have a really great time working with Linda. She's a true professional.